whether it's your Facebook, whether it's your friends and family, that is an asset that you can leverage to build your own business.
Right.
And one very free way you can start doing that is just by reaching out within your network and finding resources there. Hey, I'm about to start my own business. Start talking about it. And as you're talking about it, you'll develop the business in your own head as well.
That's right.
You know, and you never know if that person you're talking to has a friend that just started graphic design school, you know, and wants to practice doing logos, or somebody else who has a company that would be a good power partnership for you. So I think one thing a lot of people overlook when they start a new business is they seem to act like everything comes from scratch.
Right.
Your network can be everything from your source for your products to your customers themselves. But none of these people will not know about it if you don't talk about it.
That's right.
So one of the cheapest and most effective ways to launch your business is talk about it. And you know me, I like to give myself assignments.
That's right.
You know, so for me, I try to have X amount of conversations a day about my business. This is the business I'm building, and I call it creating existence. And that way you are kind of leveraging and activating that network, and also at the same time shaking some trees, because you never know what's going to fall out.
That's very true. And what I've noticed about starting a small business is when you talk about it, you know, the people that you need, they show up. You know, they show up. They show up, you know, to do the graphics. They show up to do, if you need visual, they show up. And it's usually people who have the same heart as you for the business. So don't run into picking your partners. You know, talk about your business, feel people out, and put your team together organically. Let it kind of form itself. You'd be surprised how many good people you can get to help you create your business. Like you said, if you start talking about it, you bring it to life.
Absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely. You create existence for it. And
Yes.
then again, you know, there's so many moving parts to a business. It's a fluid living thing.
Right.
So it also helps you to kind of talk about it, hash about it in your head. You know, it constantly inspires you as well, and it keeps you motivated. Because again, it is a daunting task. You know, there's just so many moving parts to it. So being able to constantly build that relationship with your new business through yourself and through others, I think is a really great way to go.
Now, when do you advise someone to call someone in like you to help with the business? At what part in your building your business do you feel you should be called in?
Well, that really depends, because everybody has different assets to begin with. You know, some people are just rebranding. So yes, they're starting a new business, but they still already have everything from the old business. So it's just more of a lateral movement versus a vertical movement. So I think for someone like me, actually, you should call me at any point in time, because I will always sit down and have a 1 hour conversation with anybody and just see where a business is at and get direction. So I think, you know, it just goes back to talking about it. Talk about it with professionals. You know, see if you can go to networking groups that are specific to the space that you want to work in. You know, find a mentor.
Right.
Mentors are another great free way to build your own business. You know, I mentor people, and I like to say I save them time. Because I take all the lessons that I've learned, all the pitfalls, everything else, and I help other people avoid them in order to kind of maximize their own trajectory.
Right.
So mentors are also another exceptional way to kind of build your business without a budget.
And they're underutilized because, you know, all of us sitting here are professionals, and all of us sitting here would not mind mentoring someone, talking to someone, have them come along and see what we do and ask us questions and build their business based on some of the things that we can help them with. But people tend to shy away from, there isn't anything wrong with asking someone who is doing something that you want to learn how to do, or if they're doing some aspects of a business that you think would help your business. There isn't anything wrong with asking the question, right? Because most of us, without a doubt, would help them. You know, talk to them about it, at least, you know, give them some advice, and they may even allow them to, you know, come along with them to see how they do their business. So never feel too shy to ask someone that you want to learn from, you know, about their business.
Right.
So that's a great point.
Right, and don't go in at it like I'm alone.
Right.
I think a lot of the times we get this whole me against the world sort of a thing
Yes.
going on in our heads, and then that way we literally make our lives harder.
That's right.
Instead of sitting there and realizing that, you know me, at the end of the day, I truly believe that teamwork makes the dream work.
It does.
It takes a group of people to create a successful business. This is not a single entity operation.
That's right.
You know, so really recognizing that in the beginning, and again, circling back to that network. You know, that is your team, and you can build it yourself, and you can build it for free.
That's very true. Now, Katrina, you and I have talked several times, and you've been a guest on the show several times, and I appreciate that. Jennifer also. Our newbie is Jeremy over there, but not for long. You have to come back. So, Katrina, with skincare, you and I have talked about this. People, for some reason, think that if they go to, brick and mortar, this store somewhere, and they go in and they buy all these expensive products that they heard about or some celebrity is on endorsing but doesn't really use. An endorsement and actually using the product are two different things. So they'll endorse a product that they don't even use when they really come to you, okay, for their skincare needs, right? And so what are some, quick tips you can give us for skincare that don't cost a whole lot that we can do ourselves?
Okay, so first of all, you probably need to know not to get overwhelmed. Don't think you need the whole complicated 10-step regimen. You really, really don't. That's just, marketing magic. That's just upsells that they sell you on TV. Your skincare regimen should be pretty basic. It should have a cleanser. It should have an exfoliator, a mask, and a moisturizer. That's pretty much all you need, and a little bit of sunscreen. And you only need to do your mask and your exfoliator a couple times a week. So it should be really simple, using natural skincare products that have concentrated ingredients that are going to deliver enzymes and nutrients and vitamins and minerals into your skin. So super, super potent stuff. So don't be overwhelmed, first of all. Second of all is to look around your home, look around your kitchen, look around your pantry for simple things that you can use on your skin. If you have oily skin, a great oil absorber mask that you can use a couple times a week to help clear out your skin would be oatmeal. You grind up some oatmeal in a food processor or a blender. You add a little bit of water. You make an oatmeal mask. That will absorb all the all the oil off of your skin. It will stop the inflammation, any redness. It will shrink your blemishes from your skin, something as simple as oatmeal. If you have dry skin, you can make an avocado mask. You take about 1/4 of an avocado, mash it up with a fork, put it on your face for 20 minutes. Right there, that's going to pump a lot of healthy oils into your skin, and your skin will be smooth and moisturized and beautiful. So simple things like looking around your pantry, doing a little bit of research, and you can find out that you have edible, powerful ingredients right there in your kitchen.
So oatmeal, I'm back. I got stuck on the oatmeal.
Okay.
So the oatmeal, you just take it and grind it up in a blender and add a little water?
Yes, absolutely. And you don't even have to grind it in a blender. I prefer it ground in a blender, but you could literally take a tiny little spoonful of oatmeal, add some water, and make a paste, and that's your mask. If you do want to grind it in a blender just so it's finer, and a little bit smoother, you can do that too. You just get the smooth powder, add a little bit of water, turn it into a mask, a paste, and then put it on your face. 20 minutes.
That's amazing. Now, I love avocado on everything. So on my face, this is a new idea. I'm usually eating it in some form or another. It's not usually on my face, but that's a great idea.
Absolutely, because it has so much fat in it. So much healthy fat. It has wonderful omega acids. And so when you put that on your skin, all of that goes directly into your skin. And so your skin is moisturized, it's smooth, it's plump, it's incredible.
So if you have dry skin, you use the avocado. If you have oily skin, the oatmeal.
Absolutely. And if you have inflamed skin, sensitive skin, oatmeal would be great also because it has phenols, which are anti-inflammatory chemicals in there, which are awesome.
Now, what about when you have combination skin like me? I got this T-zone going on, and then so do I just mix the two? So I'll be green and light brown. I have the avocado on my face and chin, and then around my nose and eyes, I'll have like oatmeal.
You don't have to get that crazy. You don't have to get that complex. When you have combination skin, you can treat it like sensitive skin. So you can do an oatmeal mask to get that T-zone taken care of, and then you just use a really nice moisturizer, and that should help balance out your skin once you do that consistently a couple times a week. If it doesn't and it starts drying out your skin, then you can add a little bit more moisturizer, then you can do the avocado mask, but I say oatmeal. Oatmeal will help balance your skin too.
My way was more entertaining, but
it was.
Yours is more logical though. Can you see it? Oatmeal and avocado on your face, scared of the members of your family. But it's inexpensive ways of taking care of your skin. And now, sunscreen. We talk a lot about sunscreen. What are some things that people should do? Because people get crazy with sunscreen. Does it have to be that complicated?
It really doesn't. And you know what? I think I said on our last show something that was pretty outside of the box. But I'm telling you, there's been a lot of research from experts today that tell us that we are vitamin D deficient. Most Americans are vitamin D deficient. And the reason why is because we're not getting enough sun. Because we are slathering on sunscreen. You know, we slather it on at the beginning of the day. Then we drive in our cars. So we're not getting any sun. We go into work in our buildings.
That's right.
No sun. We come home as the sun is setting or after it's dark. Again, no sun. And so we're vitamin D deficient. Our bodies produces our own vitamin D when we get sunlight. We need about 20 minutes of sunlight on average in order for our bodies to produce enough vitamin D. And what vitamin D does is it helps us absorb calcium. So it makes sure that our bones are strong. It helps with brain function and heart function. It helps with muscle function. It helps our bodies fight infection. It helps with the absorption of zinc, phosphorus, magnesium, and a number of other minerals. And so it's so important. So the average person needs about 20 minutes of direct sunlight on their bodies per day. So we should get about 20 minutes of sunlight, and then we can put on our sunscreen.
Wow, that's interesting, because you're right. We're told, put that sunscreen on right away before you go out into the sun, like the sun is this evil.
Like the sun is the enemy, and it's not. Enemy, the sun gives life to the entire world. And, you know, in America, we're kind of silly sometimes. We get all caught up in the beauty, you know. It's all about, you know, you got to look good. Who cares what you have to do to get there? Who cares about the dangerous chemicals? And it's kind of that way with the sunscreen and the sun. The sun is evil. The sun ages you. The sun makes you old. No, it doesn't. It helps your brain function. It helps with you know, chemical balances. It keeps you healthy. It helps with mood, and it helps with vitamin D production and a number of other things, hormone regulation. And so we need that sun.
I always feel like empowered when I'm listening to Katrina talk. I'm like, yes, I can do this. It's not hard at all. My skin can be beautiful. I can have the right amount of vitamin D. Yes, I can do it all. Really, right? She's like,
I'm going to go outside in the sun.
I'm going to go stand out in the sun for 20 minutes and get my vitamin D. For free. I don't have to buy it in a bottle. I can just go stand in the sun and absorb it.
Absolutely, that's right.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
I'm learning so much today. I've got a new living room. I've got branding for my business, and I haven't spent any money, and I've got beautiful skin. Oh, I'm loving it. Now, thank you. Yes, we need to clap for our experts today. Now, Jeremy, you know, some of the tips that you've given us, you know, they're all great tips. But now if someone wants to get in contact with you so that they can use your expertise and, you know, and have you give them suggestions and things like that for putting together a room, a house, an apartment, or whatever their dwelling is, how would they reach you, and what's the name of your company, and how would we reach you?
My company is called Jeremy Irvine Design, and my website is just jeremyirvine.com. Real simple, and you can go on there and you can read more about me, my childhood and background and qualifications. You can also see my portfolio, so you can see all of the work that I've done. A lot of people like to know what the style of a designer is before they work with them, just to make sure that they're actually going to gel. And then there's a contact page on there, and you can email me from there. Or you can just send me an email at jeremy@jeremyirvine.com, and it's Jeremy. The standard spelling for Jeremy, and Irvine is Irvine, just like the city.
Wonderful. Jennifer?
Yes.
How do we reach you if we need a little bit more help, some advice, and we'd like to acquire your services? What will we do?
Absolutely. I actually like to hear from people, so you can call me. My telephone number is area code 310-561-6561, and you can also email me at just my name, Jennifer, standard spelling as well, JENNIFER @BYOB.LA.
Okay, what's the BYOB?
BYOB is actually my new concept, and it stands for Build Your Own Brand.
Ah, I like it. Yeah. So when you say build your own brand, what does that mean?
That means, well, you know, today's business market has really changed so much to where your brand is your business to a certain degree.
Yes, it is.
you know, and just using that and leveraging that to its maximum potential to help grow your business is, at least in my book, absolutely vital. So that's what we aim to do. And we can either do it for you, or we can kind of give you the tools and strategies for you to execute yourself.